Hey boys, welcome back to Smart Nrl Supercoach. It's going to be the round 7 review. Obviously, with the Easter long weekend, having a game on Monday afternoon, we're going to be a day behind everything, so I'm still going to do the wrap up now. I'm not gonna be able to see my overall rank and whatnot, otherwise the timing will be all out. I won't get a chance to fucking do anything, so I'll still do it now. We'll go through, as you can see, the live score, 1,175. It might update a little bit. Terrell May was my only player from the final game, so he might get a few more points. We might crack like 1,800, but a pretty dour week. It was we got bailed out by one big man, but pretty much everybody else was fucking rubbish. Like, the problem was, it was like everybody owns went well, or like pretty well. I had one player kill it, and then everybody else that they're not necessarily massively owned. It was a rough week. So honestly, I will take the 1175, why did I say 1800? If we bounced up to 1800, I'd be pretty happy. Why did I say that? But yeah, if we bounce up to like 8, I keep wanting to say 18. No, 1180. Then that's fine. I think we'll definitely drop some spots. What was I sitting at? Like 3k, 3 and a bit k. Yeah, I reckon. Honestly, I don't know. I reckon we'll drop a few thousand spots if I'm being frank. I don't know. I've seen. Obviously, people, when they put their scores up, most times it's people that have done well, but I've seen a lot of 12, 1300s, 1400, there's been some big scores, and yeah, I think we are definitely behind the par, but I guess we can have a look. We can have a look-see at, where the hell is... Oh, yeah, leagues. We can have a quick squiz at leagues. We'll see how our leagues are going. So this is the main league with 69 people. So what are we looking like? I'm not going to be able to see, am I? Damn it. We'll just go to the league then. How are people going? Why? Okay, rounds and fixtures. Yeah, quite a few 1300s. It's a boom or a bust week, I would say. But yeah, 1300, 1200, 13. Similar me, couple of 12s, few 13s. Yeah, we're definitely dropping a few thousand spots. I would imagine. But let's go through how the team performed. Shocking. That's all I can say, shocking. The one silver lining, we did only use one trade last week, so we're back on track there. We're not ripping through them. I still feel happy with the team. There's obviously a couple of decisions to make. But yeah, Tommy Starling with 28 points. He still played. I think he almost got to 60 minutes. He did come back on at the end of the game as well. It was just fucking unfortunate because the Titans came to play in that first quarter of the game when Starling was obviously on. They didn't really have much footy. Starling didn't really get a chance at all on attack. The base wasn't that good, and yeah, 28 points is a bit of a disaster. He did hit his break even, so he's not going to lose cash. And then Pete Mumzoulis with a 43. It is what it is. I mean, obviously, in hindsight, I should have played Mumzoulis, but I mean, yeah, it's not really either or. I just don't know. I don't know. I think one of those guys is going to go. I don't think I'm going to get in a dummy half. I still think it's fine. Harry Grant was obviously out injured. He's gone for quite a number of weeks. Connor Watson. I mean, I like Watson, but surely he plays Origin. Max Plath also injured. There's not many dummy halves, bro. I think I will get in a halfback, and I don't know. It's probably Hughes, but yeah, we'll have a look. But I think I would like to get one of these guys. I don't want to waste their cash. They've definitely both peaked, and I don't think they'll lose a bunch of cash. I mean, Starling's still going to come out and get the odd decent score, but yeah, I don't know. We'll see what we're going to do there. The front row, obviously the front row saved us, but I mean, everybody has this front row, so it doesn't matter. That's the problem. It's like, oh, it's good. My front row killed it, but like everybody has these players, so it doesn't matter. Payne Haas with an 85, Tino 69, Terrell May 102, barging over for a try, and then Corey Horsburgh 53. So it could be time to move Corey on. I'm not going to lie, after this week. Again, the other news, Dave Fafita has also done a Hemi, so he's gone. If everything went to plan, like Fafita played and he looked fine, he played big minutes, then I think after this, I probably would have gone Horsburgh straight to Fafita, but obviously not to be now. We'll have to make a decision of what we do. I think Horsburgh is not... You don't have to get rid of him. He only had a 37 break even. He's going to make a bit of cash. He'll still do a job, but the minutes are definitely down. They have Hosking back now, who is also playing through the middle. You got Tarpany there, Papali'i, and he's every chance. I think Horsburgh plays Origin. I'd be a little surprised if he's not off the bench. So yeah, I think in the next couple of weeks, I think Horsburgh could be a good trade. And I mean, bring in a Fanor Blake. Even Tarpany to that extent. Tarpany keeps scoring well. Well, I actually don't know a lot of the scores, so I'm keen to see the game day scores for some of the players. But Tarpany's going to be expensive. But the beauty with Tarpany is that he obviously picks up a notch over Origin because they'll potentially be missing some players. Although they're not going to be missing that many. It's only really... Yeah, it's only Horsburgh. Papali'i, obviously, he's done with Origin. And the rest of the boys are not going to be playing Origin. Maybe Hudson Young, bit of a bolter. I mean, the way he's performing, he probably deserves a spot, but we shall see. The back row, absolute fucking... oh, what a shocker. Ali Katoa, 37. Just, yeah, was not Ali. And it's funny because Katoa, man, you look at his stats, obviously the base is bad and whatnot, but the run meters were so good. He was so, I think 3 or 4 times, he was almost straight through, a line break, or even, a run where he made, 20, 30 meters. He was, inches, centimeters away from, a couple of clean line breaks, but just was one of those games where someone just held onto the jersey, didn't get the line break, came up with a few errors, yeah, it wasn't another day, and yeah, he scores well, but it is what it is. It just all happened at once. Olakau'atu also 46, very underwhelming. Matty Nicholson 43, obviously not great, but the good thing is that he still played 80 minutes. I didn't expect him to play 80 minutes, if I'm being honest, but yeah, apparently Ricky is he is locked in for Nicholson playing 80 minutes. I gotta be honest, I don't understand. He's a good player, Nicholson. I think he's good. I don't think he's anything that special, if I'm honest. He does run a good line. He's a strong boy, but fuck, dude, I still think Hosking is a better back row. I think Hosking. I don't understand how Hosking does not just cement a spot in a team. I feel so many, fuck me, as a Broncos fan, what I would do for a Hosking to come back in our back row, bro. He is a sensational football player. I would have Hosking over Nicholson in a heartbeat as a starting back rower, but he's good. He's solid. He's got some attacking upside in him, but yeah, for whatever reason, Ricky is in love with Nicholson. And he obviously just thinks Hosking works better through the middle than Nicholson, I guess, which I guess is fair. I don't know. But it's good for our super coaches. I still think Nicholson is not a keeper till the end. He just doesn't run the ball enough. He makes a bunch of tackles, which is good. He's the opposite of Katoa and Olakau'atu, which is not what you want for Supercoach output. Obviously, he is a good line runner, so there's going to be games where he scores a try, but he's making 30 plus tackles a game and runs it 5 to 10 times. And then the flip side, Katoa, Olakau'atu, they're in the double digits of runs, but they make far less tackles, which is what you want, honestly. Lockie Hubner with a 20, unfortunately suffered a head knock in this one. Still made a bit of cash. Obviously he's on the sell list pretty soon, old Lockie Hubner. I'm interested, will it have... Okay, his break even next week is still pretty good. It'll be 42. Is that what it projected, around 7? Oh no, that's his score. Why do I say that every time? What will his next week break even be? I don't know. He probably has it here somewhere. It'll definitely be high-ish. It won't be anything crazy. He's still only 360k, but yeah, Hubner could go at some point. Dylan Egan, 49 points. He still played big minutes. In this one. He didn't play the 80, but you got to be happy with that. He's going to make a hell of a lot of cash, like 100k again. Still have a low break even, so very good for Egan. Our halves, so Nathan Cleary, 116. I mean, yeah, 116 without... I don't think he had a try assist in this. He didn't have a try assist. I think he must have had a couple of line break assists, I think, but mainly like goals. He would have had plenty of try contributions. He had a couple of offloads, he just fucking points, dude. Yeah, 116. That is pretty impressive with so few attacking stats. That is for sure. Sandon Smith, 37 points. It's fine, honestly. Still making money, so that's good for old Sandon. Lukey Metcalf. So obviously, Jaden Campbell was a late out in this one. He injured himself at training. Now, originally, I was like, I'm just going to trade Campbell. It seems like it's syndesmosis. He's going to be gone for at least like 4 weeks. If it's surgery, it's going to be like 6 to 8. And I was like, I'll just get in Dylan Brown. But then I remembered that, the Parramatta Eels have a bye next week. And honestly, I was pretty happy just to play Metcalf. I was nervous about the Bronx. They let me down once again. Metcalf was great. He should have scored more too. He's missed like fucking 4 goals. He would have had so many negative points in this one. He had a 40-20. He had a try. He had a try assist. He was really good in this game. He just had so many negative points. Like, this could have easily been like a 70-80 point banger from Metcalf, but I mean, you'll take 56. It's still good. But yeah, Campbell, it is confirmed now that it's a syndesmosis, and I was like, yeah, I'm happy to play Metcalf. Dylan Brown, he's got a bye next week, so I was like, nah, there's no point rushing to get Brown. I think Brown scored pretty poor anyway, so it is what it is. We just have to weigh up what we're going to do with Campbell now, because honestly, I don't know. He does have a syndesmosis. He doesn't need surgery, so it's going to be like 4 to 5 weeks, 4 to 6 weeks. There is a part of me that's like, maybe hold him, because the Warriors actually have a pretty good run coming up for the next 4 or so weeks. That's the reason why I was keeping Metcalf. That, you know what, if there's a good matchup, I'm happy to play Metcalf for the upside. And if Campbell, I just don't know what other 5'8s. Like, yeah, we could get Brown in after the bye, but I don't know. We'll weigh it up. We'll weigh it up next week, or potentially the week after. We'll work it out, because I mean, Munster, I don't really want to go Munster at this point. With Origin's still a bit away, but it's getting up there for sure. So I don't know. We'll weigh that up. The centre wing. Oh Jesus! Again, the underperformers, and then the big boy. The big boy. Ruben Garrick with a 39. Jesse Arthur's 45. Thankfully, he scored that try. I think he's got to go. Well, yeah, he didn't really lose any cash. His break-even was only 48. Thomas Jenkins, 38. He has got to go pretty soon. He's now... Oh, my God. I mean, the base is also down for Jenkins, but then he's outside McLean, who just fucking refuses to pass to him. And then he's also got Blaze Talungi inside of him, who doesn't pass it at all. I gotta be honest, I'm still keen on Talungi. I'm somewhat keen on getting Talangi in, but yeah, we'll see about that. Jenkins, he's obviously not an urgent sell, but he's got to go at some point. If he's staying on that left wing, if he was playing centre, I'd be way happier. Usually you like the wingers, but fuck, he sees no football outside of those two. So yeah, 38 points. Obviously, Purdue on the bye. Shibazaki and Toya, we didn't play. Shibazaki 55, which is good. I mean, in hindsight, honestly, I should have traded Shibazaki. I didn't really even think about it, but I probably should have got in another gun center winger, because I could have, and I wasn't playing Shibazaki. I honestly just didn't even... It did cross my mind, but I sort of thought, I'll give it a week. But I gotta be honest, looking back, it would have been nice to bring in like a Kiraz or someone, but yeah, it is what it is. We still have options available this week, with obviously Billy Smith probably coming back in, and then we can upgrade another centre winger. So I still don't mind it. I still don't mind holding fire. It obviously, it's just one of those things. It's one of those ones where you're like, in hindsight, some of the other centre wingers scored really well. My centre wingers were a bit duddy, but it is what it is. Robert Toya finally got some attacking points. 58 we'll take. He's going to make cash. We'll see. I mean, I feel like they can't drop Toya. I feel like it has to be Dom Young. I feel like Dom Young has to be dropped for Billy Smith, and Nwangani Tawaze can go to the wing. There is like the one thing though, Nwangani Tawaze, Jesus Christ, the offloading ability is insane, and that's why like he is good in the centers for that fact. Like just the ball he can get away playing at center to his winger. Obviously on the wing he's not going to get the chance to do that, but defensively I think he'd be better on the wing. Obviously kick returns, I think he'd be good. It'll be interesting. I don't know what they're going to do. Smith has to come back in, but yeah, I don't know who they're going to leave out. It's going to be interesting. And then Greggy Marju, 138. My God. Oh, the man is a freak. It's so good that he actually got some footy. And it wasn't a lot. Like, he got one early. Bradman Best did a nice little tap on Greg Marju. You're not going to stop him. And then the try he set up, dude, that's got to be one of the... That's going to be one of the best bits of play you'll ever see. Just watching him like that, you realize just what an absolute freak he is. Like, he's obviously got the power, but the footwork and the speed is insane. Like, his speed off the mark, it's crazy. And the footwork to go with it. Like, surely this is a wake-up call for the Knights. Like, they obviously use him as the battering ram, as just the go-forward man, and that's fair. He does a great job. But that bit of play, surely the Knights look at that and are like, you know what? We should actually probably give him the ball when we're on the attack. Like, he's a cheat code. Like, you just give him the fucking ball. I think I talked about this a few weeks ago, but why have the Knights not incorporated just a very simple fucking switch of play with him, right? Teams do it all the time, where they're like shaping left, like they're shaping to go on a sweeping play out left, and then, you know, the half will crab across field a little bit, and then he'll turn, like two players will come underneath. Maybe it'll be the second rower, he'll dummy to him, and then he'll hit like the center coming back on the angle, right? Why do they not just do something simple like that with Marju? Like dummy to the second rower, have Marju stand a bit closer, and have him come against the grain back on the angle. He's unstoppable. And obviously it's not as easy as that. Like, he's not going to score a try every time, but like, it'd be hard to stop. If he doesn't score the try, he's at least going to draw in a bunch of defenders, and then you'll get a quick play the ball, and they'll be short elsewhere. So like, I don't understand how the Knights don't use him with some attacking plays. Like, obviously, there's left-hand sweeping play. That's all well and good if it comes off, but just use him. Just fucking use him close to the line as a try-scoring option. Just give him the ball. But, man, he was good. 138. I think he had like 20 tackle busts. Like, the most insane stats you'll ever see. It was really good. It was so good to watch. Our fullbacks. Oh boy. Gutho with a 57. So he's going to lose a bit of cash. He's going to have a huge break even. I got to be honest, I'm very tempted to sell him to a Tedesco. It doesn't have to be next week because Tedesco also didn't score that well, so he's going to have a high break even. But I think Gutho to a Tedesco could be on the cards in the coming weeks. Obviously, the Roosters cover the buys. And I'm not going to lie, there was a part of me that was like, is Tedesco like a chance of origin? That game, Penrith versus the Roosters, I mean, Edwards definitely outplayed Tedesco. I mean, Penrith blew them away a bit. Edwards definitely had a better game. Tedesco, yeah, he was fine, but yeah, didn't really offer that much. So I think it's Edwards. Edwards is the fullback. So I think you can pick up Tedesco with certainty on that. And I think, yeah, I just don't think Gutho's a keeper. He just has to do too much. Like he's obviously started the season great. I'm still happy with the pickup, but it could be time. It could be time because Gutho just doesn't score points away from the attack. Like, he's not getting tackle busts, he's not getting offloads, he's not even really running the ball that much. If he's not getting like 3 tries this game, he's not going for a ton. Whereas the other guys, they can get close to that without the major attacking stats. So it could be time for Gutho. Ryan Papenhuyzen, we obviously brought in 78 points as captain. We'll take. It looked... Dude, the Dolphins, bro. What the hell, man? I just can't. I don't know what the fuck happened in this one. It was looking so good. Papenhuyzen was really involved in that first half. He scored just a really easy, simple try at a dummy half. It felt amazing. He was on like 50, 60 at half time. And it was like, okay, if he gets a big one here, we're feeling good. He finished on 78, which is fine. You'll take it. It's not a catastrophe, but man, it really felt like it could have been more. But the fucking Dolphins carved up, and the Storm was shocking in that second half. So, yeah, just one of those ones. I mean, obviously the Storm were missing players. So this one, with obviously Harry Grant being out, there was part of me that was like, do I get in Papenhuyzen now? But it sort of came down to, if Jerome Hughes was out that game, if he wasn't ready to go, I wasn't going to go Pappy. If Hughes was fit, which he was, I was going to go Papenhuyzen. And he was still good. He was still fine. But yeah, the 78, it is what it is. And then the other one, the big one here, Kalen Ponga. So. You would have noticed in the video, I did trade out Ponga instead of Iongi for Papenhuyzen, but I changed my mind. I was flip-flopping the whole fucking weekend, but then it just sort of, honestly, it came down to Ponga. Well, there was a couple of things. Ponga's draw after this week is really, really good, and I just thought, well, we got the cash on hand. I think Ponga scores more than Iongi in the next month of footy. Iongi also has the bye next week, which is probably the tipping point. Because I was like, you know what? Iongi has a bye next week. Unless we're trading out Iongi out straight away after this week, then you probably just hold Ponga. So that's what I did. It could have been like, I actually felt like the Knights looked pretty good. I thought Ponga, he was getting way more involved. I thought it was similar to Katoa. There were a couple of times where Ponga almost went straight through, probably like 3 times. He was like almost straight through, and he just got caught. And I was just looking at like, please just get a line break. But no, he was like so close. He had a couple of shockers. I think he threw 2 intercepts for tries, but he was pretty good. I mean, the game was frustrating. The Sharks got fucking every call. Like, the Sharks had so much football in that game. The Knights couldn't get anything. Like, it was one of those games you watch and you're just like, what is happening? So it was just like, okay, so the Sharks are perfect in defense. Not a penalty, not a 6 to go in sight, but the Knights, they're fucking giving away constantly. And obviously I'm biased. I had the Marju and Ponga combo. I wanted them to have the footy, but it just, boy oh boy, the Sharks had some fucking calls in that one. So I actually felt pretty good about Ponga. Obviously 46 doesn't feel great. He did update. He was on like 30, but I knew they dudded him a try assist. Like, I think they gave it to Best, the little bat on, but it was obviously Ponga's, the way they ruled them. Ponga was the guy that created the space, so it was obviously going to Ponga. It just, it updated to 46, which is still bad, and obviously Iongi did score more. But I'm happy with it. Obviously, going into this week, I was fully aware that Iongi coming up against the Tigers, Moses back, there's every chance Iongi scores well. And Kalen Ponga against the Sharks, he could very well score very poorly. I'll take the 46. Obviously, I was hoping for more, and it could have been so much more. Like, he was very close to getting through, and I felt like he was better. I felt like the Knights' attack was better. They just had no fucking football. So I stand by the decision. And I think going forward, obviously this week is a shocker, but I think going forward, I'm going to be happy with it. But we'll see. Honestly, it's going to come down to like next week. Obviously, Ponga, if he scores really well next week, then I'm not going to cry about it. If he scores bad, and Iongi obviously is on the bye, I'm gonna crash out. I'm gonna crash out if Ponga scores badly next week, bro. He's gonna be like fucking. What's he gonna be, bro? He's gonna be like. He's 660 now. He's gonna drop so much cash, bro. He's gonna like 600k. Oh man. But let's have a look at the game day. Let's have a look at some of the scores, because I don't really. I've obviously seen some, but I don't really remember. Seagulls, Dragons. Obviously, Dragons fucking won this one. Lehigh Hapawade was brilliant, 87 points. Not much else for the Manly boys. Cherry Evans, Ruben Garrick. Yeah, they weren't great. The Dragons, so Toby Couchman, 91 points. Fucking dude's killing it. 91 for Couchman. Damien Cook 60, Val Holmes with a 65. I mean, Holmes is at like a pretty good price, but obviously with Origin coming up, you just can't go there. Gutho, Dylan Egan, not much else. Hamish Stewart, I know people that obviously had Stewart as a cheapie, he's obviously fallen off a bit, which isn't ideal, but it is what it is. Doggies or Rabbitohs? Oh, I don't even want to fucking look. Preston with an 88. Scored another fucking try. This one, Preston is gonna kill me all season, dude. The fact that I started with him and I traded him out, like, oh man. Oh, that Supercoach, dude. That hurts. It hurts. He's gone massive, like 3 in a row. I'm just praying he somehow gets a spot in the Blues. I don't think he does. Like, there's just, I don't know. Like, there's just too many back rowers. Like, they got Crichton, they got Martin, they got Olakau'atu, Hudson Young. Like, I just don't see Preston getting above those guys. I really hope he does, just to fucking, I don't know. So I don't ever see him. Jacob Kiraz with an 84. He scored a try. Obviously great still, but 84. They carved up the Rabbits, so it was a game where you're like, fuck, this could be a Kiraz like 150, but you'll take the 84. People that went early, it's still great, and I really want Kiraz. It's just, you probably do just get him. Even with Origin coming up, you probably just get him. I think he's the best. Like, he's so good. Who else for the Doggies? Matty Burton. I wonder, what's the price for Burton? Like, I guess he's an option at 5'8" with goal kicking. What's he, 640? Oh, yeah, he's not... Yeah, this will be his first price change, because he hasn't... It's only his third game, 58, 47. He was on 47 after 27 minutes in this one. Yeah, interesting. I don't know. I've never really liked Burden in Supercoach, but he's done a good job. So I don't know. Maybe I should. There's options, and then the Rabbits. So Totola top scoring with 53. That you're in the shit when the top scorer is 53. Mawale Mamazula's 43. Kalamatangi 37. Jesus, how cheap is Kalamatangi? He's still 580. I guess he has scored a few tries, hasn't he? Yeah, he's had a couple of good games. He's not looking like he was at lock, that's for sure. Latrell Mitchell, 25 points. Oh, brother. Yeah, he's not a 5'8". He's not a 5'8". I'm not going to lie, I saw the fucking... Oh, there's people carrying on like Mitchell could be the best 5'8" in the comp if he played 5'8". It's just like... Give yourself an uppercut, seriously. Like, he's obviously got the ability to set up points and score points himself. He's a freakish talent, but he is not a 5'8". He is not a 5'8". The kicking game, he's got a big boot on him, but general kicking is like, it's meh. Like, he can kick a long ball, but you don't want to rely on him for general play kicking. Defensively, he's a bit sluggish, bit slow at times. Obviously, one-on-one he's strong, but he's not a 5'8". I was fucking dying laughing at some of the comments, like people acting like he could be at the fucking top 5'8". It was like, what are you fucking on? You have no idea what you are talking about, bruh. Who else have we got? Lockie Hubner there, and then Lewis Dodd. Obviously, I was a little surprised that obviously Walker got hooked, I guess. Maybe he was injured. It didn't look like he was, but I can't believe they didn't put... I mean, obviously Bennett knows more about it than me, but I don't know why they didn't put Mitchell to center and have the Dodd Walker combo for like a good chunk of the game. It was a bit surprising because they're not putting fucking Jack White into the halves. Like, I don't know. It was a weird one all round, but yeah, the Rabbits, obviously, they would like some troops back. The Dolphins Storm. Oh, boy. Isaiah Katoa with like 6 try assists in this one. Well, I think it was 5, but yeah, he killed it. Herbie Farnworth as well, 98. I was like, I'm not going to get Herbie because he's got a fucking 80 break even against the Storm, and my man comes out and bangs out 100, of course. But yeah, I mean, the Storm defense, like, it definitely is not what it used to be. Connolly Lemuelu was great. Nicarima was great. Josh Kerr was fantastic. Zarko 51. And then Max Player the 15 injuring his foot. I don't know the severity, but obviously he's going to be gone for a little bit. The Storm, so Pappy top scored. Hughes with a 61. Am I going Hughes? I just don't know. He's going to be like a pretty good price. He is going to be a good price. I probably should. Like, he is very good. And like, the Storm were terrible. Yeah, it's probably the smart play, but yeah, we'll work that out in the preview. Xavier Coates scored a try, 60. Cameron Munster, yeah, I mean, Munster with a 55. Like, yeah, I don't know. He's been good, but he just hasn't quite breaking out. Watuka Manu, 46. I thought Kane Bradley actually was pretty good on the wing. Caught a beauty in the air, scored one. Eli Katoa there with a 37. You hate to see it, but he's a keeper season long. It doesn't matter if he loses money. The Warriors Broncos. Broncos were fucking doing my head in this one. Heliasima. Oh boy, what an absolute gun this kid is. Like, what is his price? Obviously, he started as a cheapie. Yeah, he's obviously made money. He'll make good money, actually. Yeah, I keep forgetting that the prices haven't changed, so he's going to make good money. He's probably not going to keep the starting back row spot anyway. Because who was out? Fucking... Oh, yeah, the outside backs. Obviously, Capel played at centre, but, I mean, looking at him, you're like, how do you not start him in the back row all the time? He's a beast, but... Yeah, probably not. Jackson Ford, Barnett. Picky at fullback, my boy, 59 points. So he didn't hurt me playing at fullback. It is what it is. Lukey Metcalf, 56. Yeah, it wasn't really a what's it called? High Supercoach scoring game. This one, Wade Egan with a 42. The Broncos, so Payne Haas top scored. Paddy Carrigan was great. Tony Skaggs was sensational in this one as well. And then the rest, Reece Walsh, 49. Fucking, dude, Maguire, for one, why the fuck are you picking 2 dummy halves on the goddamn bench, right? That's one. And then also, like, Walsh injured his knee early in the game. Like, I guess if he's good to keep playing, fair enough, but, like, he clearly wasn't. And that's the problem with having 2 fucking dummy halves on the bench. Like, I thought we learned our lesson. I thought most teams learned the lesson that you sort of need not necessarily an outside back per se on the bench, but I actually think a lot of teams could do with that. Just having cover there for an outside back is like, I think it's something teams just don't seem to think about when it's like such a huge turning point. If you lose a winger or a center or a fullback or whatever, and you don't have like straight cover on the bench, it's a huge issue, because then you have to move your back row, you have to move your center. Like it's such a massive swing. So I for one, like, if you're gonna have 2 dummy halves, why would you not just have like a utility back, but also just not having like 3 forwards instead of 2 dummy halves on the bench? Maguire, you're doing my head in. But like, why did Walsh play the rest of the game with a knee injury like that? I don't know. And then he kicked off in the golden point and he kicked it dead. Like, you can't script it, man. You can't script it. Like, how does that happen, dude? Oh, I couldn't help but laugh, man. Oh my god, it was an absolute disaster. But yeah, that's enough about the Bronx. Who gives a shit? Hunt was fucking awful. He was really bad in this one. Selwyn Cobbo, man, I was somewhat keen to start Cobbo at the start of the year. I was like, Broncos attack should be good. He could score some good points. He is like, his Supercoach scoring has been fucking dreadful. I mean, he's scored a couple of okay. I mean, he got 85 in round 1. And then 68 against the Tigers. But yeah, I feel like he should score so much more. The tackle busting and whatnot. He just doesn't run the ball enough. But yeah, it is what it is. Roosters Penrith. So Connor Watson, top scoring 86 with Daniel Tupou. Naf White, 76 points. So, if you held Naf White, obviously good. He played massive minutes. Like, Nat Butcher going off with a knee injury. White played, way inflated minutes. I still think he's a fine hold if you want to hold, but yeah, I'm still happy I sold him off. The minutes aren't going to stay there. Nwangani Tawaze, 72. So this obviously ties into what happens with Billy Smith. I gotta be honest, I am very keen on Nwangani Tawaze. He is going to be expensive, although nothing crazy. He's going to be, I don't know, like 550? Yeah, projected change about. His projected was 71. He scored 75. He'll be like 550 odd. So nothing crazy, but man, he is just such a freakish player. He's just got points in him. And I mean, that's Roosters who scored 2 tries. Like, yeah, very, very good. Tedesco with a 65. Honestly, a fucking arsey 65. They keep giving him the line break assist for ones that aren't his. Like, So, Rob Toya, again, this happened like a few weeks ago. Toya definitely created the number and got the line break assist. But no, they take it off him and give it to Tedesco. Every single time. They give it to the man inside now every single time. I'm just like, what? Why? Tedesco didn't do anything for the line break. So yeah, Toya dropped like whatever many points and Tedesco made those points. So I'm like, I'm a little salty because Tedesco keeps getting them. But I guess that's why you bring him in, because they just keep giving the line break assist to the man on the inside now. They don't give it to the guy who actually passes the ball. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like I guess it's been the interpretation, but I feel like they've really sort of fine-tuned it this year. So I guess it is what it is. Sia Wong with 52, Dom Young, Sanders Smith, yeah, not much else. And then the Panthers, Dylan Edwards with a 134, Cleary 116, Alamotti turned up, Casey McLean. So Talangi with a 59. What is his price? I mean, I guess he's dual 5'8". You could pick him up at 5'8" if you wanted to. You'd actually make some cash. He'll make a bit of money. Nothing crazy. He'll make a little bit of cash, but still a potential. I think it's the best combo. I think him and Cleary are the best combo for them. It's just if Ivan Cleary is going to give him the run. Like, I feel like he's a far better player than Cole and Schneider, but we shall see if he keeps the spot. Lindsay Smith, 57. Isaac Tunga off the bench, 45. And then our boy Jenkins with a fucking 38. Not great, but it is what it is. And then we move on to the Titans Raiders. So the Titans out of the gate fast in this one, look great, and then as the Titans do, they fucking dropped off and the Raiders came storming home. Tino top scored, Bowie Fermor 63. I mean, Fermor is an interesting one. I gotta be honest, I would honestly pick up Fermor next week. I just think, and I'm probably thinking about Origin too much, but I don't want to bring in guys that are just going to go out for Origin at this point of the season, in a few weeks. So, but I think Fermor has every chance to get a back row spot in the Queensland side. Like, who's going to be the back rowers? I mean, you're not picking Nanai. He can't even get a gig like at the Cowboys, really. I think Jaden Sewer probably gets one, and then, I mean, I guess Nanai could get the other one, but like, I think Fermor probably deserves it. I think he'd be really rock solid. You put Cotto out there, like, they don't have that many like standout back row at the moment. Fafita obviously injured and wasn't going to get a spot anyway, so I don't know. I think Fermor is definitely in the running. Brimson with a 46. I feel like he would have scored more than that. He had didn't he have a try and a try assist in this? But I guess that's Brimson. He's just, I don't know. I know people were really keen on him, but he's just never really been Supercoach relevant, really. Even without the injuries, the average just is what it is. Then the Raiders, Hudson. Oh my God, Hudson Young is the guy that we should have gone, dude. He has gone crazy the last few weeks. What is his price going to be at? He had a 5 break even. Oh my word, dude. He's killing it. Tamale with an 89. Good for owners still. Ethan Strange, Horsburgh. Joey Tarpany, 49. Obviously, I mean, yeah, with Hoskin coming back, I mean, the minutes for Tarpany also going to get reduced. Nicholson, 43, and then Starling, 28. Yeah, it is what it is. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do with the Raiders boys at the moment. The Knights Sharkies. So Greggy Marju, Kai Pierce-Paul 89, Fletcher Sharp 85, Best, Thomas Kent another 56 in base, Kalen Ponga 46. Could have been more. I keep saying it could have been more though. Dane Gagai 30. What is Dane Gagai's price? He's dropping quickly. I think this might be the year that he finally falls off. I feel like he's still been good, like Supercoach wise. Supercoach wise, he's still been fine, but NRL wise, I still think he's been pretty good. I guess he did get sin binned as well, so he's still scoring like 50s and even the 73. Like the base, the tackle busting is still there. It just I keep looking at last week's. I keep getting confused. Yeah, last week he got sin binned. Fucking idiot. And then the Sharkies, Kennedy, Brayley, 83, Hiroti. So Oh, the people that went fucking Harati. I mean, he was still pretty good, but he obviously got that try pretty late in the game. So, yeah, good for owners that went him. I got to be honest, I'm hoping Ero's back next week, so all of you can get fucked, basically. For Nor Blake, God, he scored that try. His point, he was going to score pretty low too, like the minutes weren't there. They were definitely easing him with that injury, but of course he fucking scored a try to compensate. I was like, are you kidding me? He was going to lose like good money and be pretty affordable pretty soon, but yeah, I don't know. I'm a little hesitant just with like the big strapping. I'm like, yeah, if the minutes go down, like he really does need to score a try to be relevant, like. But yeah, I don't know. We'll have a look. Stone Street, Nico Hines, even Hines, 65 points. I feel like Hines was pretty good in this game too. Like it looked like he was pretty involved. He looked dangerous. Yeah, 65. I gotta be honest. I thought he was gonna score more than 65. So I don't know. I don't know what to do with the halfback / dummy half. It probably just is Jerome Hughes, but I don't know. I really don't know. And then the final game, Tigers versus Eels. Terrell May with the 102. Dream Buller, Coruscant. Alex Seyfarth, people are still on. He's still doing fine. Jerome Luai, 41. I mean, I guess it's better than what he has been doing. Another one of those ones, people were like, oh, he's... Lockie Galvin's out, so now it's Jerome Luai's team. He's going to go back to that 70 average, which we thought he would. Yeah, fucking fat chance, bro. He's not averaging 70. There's another one that in the preseason there were people talking about Luai averaging 70. Really, averaging 70 for the year. That's crazy. Who else have we got? And then Dewey with a 36. So I know, well, not a lot of people, but I mean, almost 2,000 trade. I guess 500 traded him out. So about 1,300 traded him in. And like goal kicking halfback Dewey, you'd be pretty happy. But yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Watching the game, like he was close to getting some attack. They had them shot a couple of times. Dewey just didn't pick the right option. Otherwise, he could have scored well. But yeah, I'm happy to see 36. Obviously, I traded him out a few weeks ago when he had that injury. So I was gonna be a bit annoyed if he scored massive as halfback. I gotta be honest. You know what? That's the other thing. Latu Fainu. I'm talking about getting in like a Dylan Brown or something, but honestly, if Latu Fainu is back soon, and there was talks that he could be back pretty soon, if he gets the starting gig, you could make so much cash going down to him. That would be nice, and I do think he is a potentially very good scoring 5'8" as well, so that would be beautiful. And then the Eels, Mitchell Moses, boy oh boy, he had a fantastic return game. He didn't goal kick, which I was surprised he didn't. I mean, I know it's the foot injury, but like he was taking every other kick. Like the foot didn't seem too bad, but obviously Sean Russell had the honours there. It's sort of, I mean, without the goal kicking, like I think it puts a line through him. I know he scored 100 points, but I can't go a Moses without the goal kicking. And again, I feel like it's going to be Moses and Cleary as the New South Wales halves pairing. I mean, I think that's the obvious choice. So, yeah, if he was goal kicking, you could take a bit of a punt on Moses for the next month. I think for sure. He's only 600k, but without goal kicking, I don't really like it. They've got an okay draw coming up. I guess by next week as well. So, yeah, obviously you're not going to pick him up next week. But, yeah, Adokar... Tui Vaiti was strong. Dude, oh my god, dude. Oh, how fucking good was that, dude? Jack Bird, the absolute fucking cat. It was earlier in the game as well. So Tui Vaiti fucking, he put a good shot on Jack Bird, and Jack Bird on the ground wriggling around, fucking elbowing him in the head and stuff. I was watching that, I'm like, fucking, I'd be pissed if I was the big man, but he got up, he was fine. And then a bit later, obviously Tuivasa took a hit up, just went bang straight over the top of fucking Bird. I was like, that feels good. That feels good. And then in the fucking dummy, oh, Riley Smith loses his headgear. Jack Bird, being the little fucking rat, picks it up and throws it. And then Tuivasa just goes straight past him at marker. Oh, dude, that's some of the best fucking cinema you'll see. Fucking Jack Bird getting just... oh, he had a bad game, old Jackie Bird, in that one. That was beautiful. And also, I forgot to mention Sonny Taruva. Dude, when did I say that? One of the videos pretty recently, I talked about really not liking Taruva. I said that I probably dislike him more than Luai. And now I'm seeing on Twitter and stuff, everybody's out being like, Taruva's a bit of a fucking dickhead, isn't he? And I'm like... He always has been. He's always been like that. He loves to yap. He loves to put a little bit in on the ground and stuff like that. And dude, the sin bin. So there was a lot going on in this game, right? There was a lot of bad calls for both sides, right? The Eels should have had a couple of guys. I mean, the first fucking hit up of the game. I don't understand how that. I don't know. Like even Terrell May, I was a little surprised he didn't go off for a head assessment because he was definitely dazed after the shot, but he didn't, and they didn't sin bin, which is crazy. But the sin bin to Taruva obviously was a sin bin, but the fact that they squared it up is like crazy, right? I know, like in a game of footy, if there's two teams going at it, you sort of do have to do both. But like that was a situation where you like what is the opposition meant to do? They just stand around and watch Taruva on the ground, just watch him fucking throw their teammate around. Like it's not like they even like fucking did it. They just pulled him off. I was like, how can you possibly give the same punishment to fucking Moretti as you did to Taruva? And then also the Iongi one. Oh, we hadn't even talked about Iongi with a 76. Like I was watching that game and I was like, oh, of course he scored a try, of course he scores 2 tries, and then he gets sin binned. I couldn't believe he got sin binned. I think I saw it happen, and then I went away for I don't know, I got up to do something, I came back and I see him off the field. I was like, what the fuck happened? And he got sin binned. That is one of the craziest sin bins I've ever seen. But I was so happy as a seller. I was like, I'll take any little bit I can get. On that one. It still feels awful, but it's not as bad. So it is what it is. It was a crazy game though. Bailey Simonson was really good. Kelman Tuolangi scoring a try. Fucking... Is Tuolangi relevant? I don't think so. Dylan Brown, 60 points. It's a Brown special, 60. I think he had a couple of line breaks or maybe just one line break. Hopgood, again, only 45 for Hopgood. He's got to be getting really fucking cheap, right? Yeah, he's going to be very cheap. I don't think you'd pick him up. And then Riley Smith, the other cheap dummy half. Scoring okay, but nothing crazy. And then Kartonga with the 19. Did he... He just got 19? Did he... Wait, who got sin binned? Yeah, wasn't he... How did Kartonga only get 19? Because obviously Iongi and Moretti got sin binned. I thought Kartonga... I thought he was pretty good as well. I'm shocked at the 19. I got to be honest, I'm shocked at the 19. I'm like, what? I thought I noticed him doing a fair bit of work, so that's a bit of a shocker. But yeah, that pretty much wraps it up. So some good scores. Unfortunately, it's just going to be one of those weeks where we drop a few thousand. It is what it is. I got to see, what did Kartonga do? So I guess only 18 tackles, 3 misses. Only a handful of runs and a couple of penalties. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, fair enough. So, yeah, it is what it is. That is pretty much the wrap-up. Looking for, again, we'll decide if we're bringing in, like, you could still go Hines. Jerome Hughes is probably the obvious choice. Mitch Moses, I couldn't do it. 5'8", getting rid of Campbell. Or if you just hold Campbell, I don't know. We'll see what we do there. But, Blaze Talangi is a bit of a pod. Dylan Brown after their bye, just a safe option. Obviously, Billy Smith. So, I think our obvious trades next week, just, initial thoughts, downgrading probably Shibazaki to Billy Smith. That frees up a couple $100K. And then upgrading probably Arthurs. It could be Arthurs or Jenkins, but probably Arthurs. Like, it makes more sense. Jenkins is still going to make a little bit more money, potentially. I don't know. But one of those two, we can upgrade to anybody, probably. And then, we'll see what else we want to do. But, I think the team's still looking good. I feel okay. Just a bit of a shocking week, honestly. So, hopefully you guys had a better week than I. Make sure you're liking, comments, and I'll see you guys in the next one.